Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming your mind way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming your mind way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming your mind way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. How are y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. As you guys, if you are paying attention in the chat, I actually did manage to get 4 packages sent out today. I had to make room because I'm working on Red's stuff, and hi howdy, that man can drive you nuts. Yeah, actually, 2 of them were international. One was to Trance that I had to open and reopen twice because I found stuff I owed him, and one was to Allie. And unfortunately, I think I left something out of Allie's box, so I feel really bad about that because it was like I got lost sorting through stuff today. I just got lost sorting through things today. And give me 1 minute, guys. Trying to get the intermission, the startup stuff going. But yeah, so it's basically Spock, Heavy, Alley, and Trance got theirs out today. I've got to find Purple Army's address. Yep, I know. It is just down the road from me, and I didn't get to go. I thought about going at one point, and it was just like, no, I can't afford it. Cannot afford to pay for it. So I'm actually saving up money. I'm trying to save up a little bit of money so I can go to the XFL games. That's what I got planned next month. So like February 22nd, I won't be broadcasting. I'll figure something out in terms of what I'm doing. But yeah, it was actually I watched most. Pardon me. I watched most of Fanfare last night. I liked the little steps competition. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was actually I was actually pretty impressive. I was thinking, okay, so they're going to shoot from upstairs in the audience, and it's like, I don't know if that's going to work. And I watched it on TV, and it was actually very, very impressive. Um, they literally put like about 7 targets on the rink, and they all stood up. They had to shoot from the upper balcony in the on one of the stairwells, and they literally had to shoot to try to hit the targets down on the ice in the rink. It was actually, I liked it. I think that's a tradition they need to keep in other arenas if they can. Let's see. And then what else did I see? Then I watched the women play. I watched part of the speed skate. Um, and then when Brett Hill come out, I'm in the bowling alley watching. Right, we're bowling and watching the All Star stuff. And Brett Hall comes out on the ice, and that man can still hit a puck. I don't care what anybody said. He could be. He's what 64 now, I think. But Brett Hall come out there to take that one shot, and the crowd went nuts for him. It was damn impressive. Yeah, a lot of the, and I still say, and you guys have to bear with me. I have been up since about 5 o'clock this morning. 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm sort of still half asleep, and I still say that last hook shot that went in for the 10 should have counted. I say that one should have still counted. That was an amazing. He nails the puck. It's sailing off to the left, and about 3/4 of the way around, it just drifts back around and goes in the side of the arch target. Because they had like this, they had a target up there with the St. Louis Arch. It was a metal construct basically, and somehow he when he shot it, everybody else was shooting straight into or trying to shoot straight into it. He shoots it. It hooks. It starts drifting left, and all of a sudden it just hooks around and goes like in the side of the target in the net. And I'm like, dude, that's got to count. And it's like, no, I don't think it counts. It's like, what? When he's like, well, because if there was a real goal, there'd been a netting on the side. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. That was an incredible shot to like go into force overtime. So, how is everybody doing out there, Red? So yeah, I got Spock's package out. I got Heavies out. I got Alley's out, and I got Trance's out. So now I got room to put yours out. The scary part is I've got a box here where it's got to go to Twisted, and I should have taken it with me. And I just totally, I like have 4 of them in my hand. I'm learning to hate the post office. I am really learning to hate the USPS. I had done Trance's sheet, custom sheet. Why is that's weird? I didn't realize there was a blank line in there. There is a blank line in my puzzle. Why is there a blank line in my puzzle? And the funny thing is, this is how long it's been since I've had some of these packages. I open Trances up. I look at the letter. It's dated October the 20th. So I've had Trance's package for 3 months. And I've still got the customs form. I didn't change anything in the box. I'm like, I'll just take the customs form there. And then I go to print out Alley's, and I realize I got 2 different custom form types here. Okay, now I'm confused. So I take it to the post office, and she tries to scan it in. Doesn't scan. So I got to redo the whole thing by hand. I got to redo the entire customs form by hand. So I'm scribbling as fast as I can. Because it always seems like when I get to the post office, it's empty. But by the time I'm done at the desk, there's a line because I am apparently one of their biggest shippers. I need my own business code. That's what I need. I need to do like stamps.com or something like that and say, all right, just come pick up the box and take it. Uh, Good. And I am going to be ending up drinking a lot of this tonight, even though I only got like half a bottle left. Because, yeah, like I say, guys, I have been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. Went to the office, spent 3 hours at the office, and got no calls, no emails. So it was just like one of those type of mornings, which I usually expect on Saturday. So I spent a lot of time trying to work on a couple of games, and somehow, and I don't know how I did it, I erased one. My Wonder Ball game just like kind of vanished from my directory. So I'm sitting there scrambling trying to find an old copy of it. Thankfully I did. And well, while I got this one here, I'm probably just gonna we'll work on rebuilding this one and see if it works. So we're probably going to try Wonder Ball tonight. I use the word try. No guarantees. We will just have to see what happens. I have no clue what this one is. And the worst thing is, oh, I know what this one is. I've actually changed a couple of these up. And I was at the office, and I've got like a file. I got a folder about 13 more of them, and I keep forgetting to upload it to my cloud storage. So it's like, damn it, I'm just going to end up with the same repeat ones, and I finally get a different one. So I literally spent most of the morning while waiting for calls working on some shows. All Star Blitz has been updated. You guys saw how Celebrity Sweepstakes was updated. The vault will look a little different. Wonder Ball is about done. Jeopardy is now confirmed to be done. All Star Blitz, Hollywood Squares are both working. Bob's Full House has gone through some changes, but I've got a bug in it now, so I gotta work on it. And then I can finally start reworking on some of the question files. That's the worst thing of the whole thing, is getting the question files. I was running late because I'm sitting there and I'm finishing up. Not Joker's Wild, not Wonder Ball. What the hell was I working on today? All Star Blitz, Hollywood Squares, Joker's Wild, Bob's Full House, and I was working on one other one. I was working on one other one today, and you look up, and I'm listening to Fuzzy and his new satellite thing. And I look over and he's like, all right, well, we're going to go. And I look over and it's 6 o'clock. And it's like, oops, I am so far behind working on other stuff. It was embarrassing. It really was. It's like I usually have better timing. It's like by 5:30, I'm done playing around with stuff, and then I spend 30 minutes working on the question files. Or 30 minutes to 45 minutes before the show. And tonight, I just lost all track of time. I just completely and totally lost it. Many people maintain me at the airport. Get smart. That's the one. That's the one that gave it away to me. The moment I saw the phone, it's like, oh, okay, I remember what this one is. But yeah, so I've got like about 17 files on my network computer at my office that I just keep forgetting to upload. And it's like, I do it every time. It's like, all right, I'll do this before I go to start clock in, or during lunch, or I'll stay a little over, or after I clock out, stay a little over and work on it. And I just totally forgot to do it. I completely and totally forgot to do it. It is shoes. It is indeed shoes. All right, so um, with that, I'm going to show you guys one of the small changes that has been made. So this is now what the vault will look like. And let's stretch that to the screen. There we go. So that's the new vault. Same basic principle. Only if you don't ask, Brad. Only if you don't ask. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything back to larger because I don't want to be the center of the attention. I don't want to be the center of the show. I want the games to be the center of the show. So it's literally every PowerPoint presentation that I've got, I'm losing about a fourth of the sheet. Because I've got to move myself out of the picture. Oh, Bullseye was the one I was working on today. And so we're going to see at some point just what you guys think of it. Like I said, a few things haven't changed. Slideshow from current slide. For instance, now I can actually like do both of them. I gotta stretch that out though. Transform, stretch the screen. So it'll look a little better. Or at least I think it does. Something's still not right there. There we go. Now it looks right. The logo will be gone. The girls will probably be gone. I'll probably put Brandy back on there. Because she definitely needs to be. I have not spent any time working on this layout. Bigger is better. Yeah, but it just depends on what people are watching on. So like I said, I can flip back and forth. Already 4-4 in the first. That's because you don't play defense in an all-star game. Especially in hockey. There's no hitting. There's no cross-checking or anything of that. That's why it'll be like a 12-12 score, 12-13 score or something like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we're going to try to get things started here tonight. And I'm just making sure there's no doubles or I'll have to reset it. Nope. All right, I think we're good. So for tonight's list, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I got to fix one more thing. Damn it. There we go. Now it looks better. For tonight's list, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for burn phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that contain the word burn in them. B-U-R-N. There are no plurals. There are no eds or ings or anything of the sort. Your internet never works, Spock. You know that. Um, Spock, just so you know, your package is on its way to you. It got out today. I had to take yours and heavies and alleys and make room for Walrus's stuff. So yours should be getting to you by Tuesday, I think they said. At least I think that's what they said. All right, so again, for tonight's list, we are looking for burn phrases. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome each and every one of you, all 3 or 4 of you that are here, to the List Wits Game Show. I'm waiting for the other person that's there on the list to say something, so I can let him know his package is on his way to him. It's just going to take longer to get to him. We are a throwback to various TV game shows. Game shows from the 40s all the way up till today. And you guys will have to forgive me if my keyboard and mouse have been actually kind of not functioning right today. I don't know why. I've done PC reboots, restarts, and a few other things, and it's been like, eh. How'd you get that one, Spock? I was going to call that one of my hard ones. I was going to call that one of my hard ones. So yeah, like I said, 4 packages. Oh, so like I said, folks, so we're kind of a throwback to television, the golden age of television. Like I said, that's one reason that I'm in the process of making the changes to the layout, because I want it to look more like a TV show. So I'm thinking that one of these will include hey, Allie. All right, Allie, just so you know, your package did go out today. It is going to take a while to get to you. But do me a favor, keep an eye on it, because if it comes back to me, it comes back to me permanently. And you have to re-earn it. I don't have a tracking number for you, unfortunately, this time, because it's first class. And the lady basically said something about I had to pay an extra $50 for registration if I wanted it to go by registered email. Don't ask me why. They never did it before. But yeah, they could burn in hell for that choice. So yeah, just keep your eye out. Like I said, I couldn't afford the bonus to register at this time. So yeah, guys, like I said, welcome to the game show where you guys actually win physical prizes. We don't do codes. We don't do electronic. Go to Steam. These are actual physical prizes of the nerd type persuasion, I would guess you would say. If you are a fan of DC, Marvel, board games, McFarlane, sports figures, movie figures, Barbie. No, because they hit me for the same thing in Canada. They did the same thing to trances. They literally told me it's going to cost me to actually register or to get a tracking number. They literally said you had to go by registered mail to get the tracking number now. So it's something that changed on our end. And like I said, it might be because I didn't do it by priority. Um, because the priority would have cost me $70 to ship to Alley, and even trances would have cost me like $40. And I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go first class international. But yeah, guys, like I said, so I've been busting my butt trying to make some of these games fit better on the larger screen. So if we end up doing a couple of these games and we're on the smaller one, you guys have to bear with me if they look a little different. Because I only have like one copy of each version. I can't run two copies or it screws up the whole thing. So we're going to try for most of the night to use the larger screen. Oh, speaking of which, Allie, I took the DVD out as you said it was section what do they call it? Region 1, but I forgot to put the replacement one in there. So there's only two things in it for you. I will see about finding the third one. I don't even know where it disappeared to. No, you know what you can send me. You know what you can send me. Just a 6-pack of it. You just bury it under stuff. Don't tell anybody what's in there. I think Burn Baby Burn's in the file, but it didn't make the cut. And there's been a hint on screen for quite a bit. So just so you guys know, for one of them. There has been one hint on screen for a while. Just so you got one hint for that one. You never claim nerdy. You never claim. I thought you did. I thought you did. Yep. Even if it's a new flavor stuff. Like I said, I've been harassing World Market. I'm hoping now that you guys have pulled out, maybe that stuff will be shippable now. And then I can go to World Market and order it from them. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, Ali, like I said, because I was going to replace the DVDs and somehow I put the replacement item down and I don't know where I put it. That is because, believe it or not, they've actually even changed. This I did not know. Hey, Man of Steel, how you doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to pause it because we have a brand new follower, and with every new follow, congratulations, Man of Steel. You get to take on, if I can get this working right, you get to actually try to win one of our small prizes just for following. Are you ready, man? I'm going to call you Steel. I like that better. Let me fix my window. Oh, wait, this is the one I got to go to the small one for. This is the one I got to go to the small one for because I have not fixed this yet. Yeah, I'll definitely send it to you, Allie. Ladies and gentlemen, every new follower that joins us on the Wits Game Show gets a chance to win one of our small prizes. And what those are basically either one of our small 4-inch Star Trek figures, one of our Racing Champion trucks, or one of our Hot Wheels cars. I know, like I said, they're small, but I got a lot of them, so that's what we always go for. All right, Steel, you are going to be playing the game of Cover Up. Cover Up is very, very simple. We're going to show you a car. We're going to show you the wrong price to this car. We have a Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive XLT. We have listed this car at $31,428. I will tell you every number in that price tag is wrong. Now, all you have to do is pick the actual price. The first number must be a 4 or a 5 and come out of that first column. The second number will come out of the second column and is either a 5, a 7, or a 3. The third number will come out of the third column, fourth out of the fourth, and fifth out of the fifth. Now, the good news for Cover Up for you, Steel, is as long as you get one number right each round. What, a 2020 Ford Explorer? Spike, you think everything is overpriced. As long as you get one number right each round, you're going to keep playing. So, Steel, with that, do you believe the first number in the price of this car is a 4 or a 5? Well, like I said, it depends on which dealer it comes from. Because all I do is I literally go through KBB, Edwards, Car Dealer, and one other one, and I can't think of which one it is. All right, we're going to move the 5 to the bottom. Is the second number a 5, a 7, or a 3? Let's see. KBB, Edmunds, Car and Driver. What's the fourth website? I know there's a fourth website I use. And all I do is basically every dealer around where I live, I pull every dealer, every price, and just put it in the file. So there's like 16 or 17 Ford Explorers listed with 16 different prices. All right, the third number. Is it a 3, a 2, a 5, or a 7? All right, he's going to go with the 7. All right, for the fourth number, you have 5 possibilities. 4, 8, 3, 9, and a 6. All right, we're going to go with the 6. And the last number, is it a 0, 7, 6, 9, 3, or a 1? 0, 7, 6, 9, 3, 1. All right, you're going to go with the 9. All right, so our current listed price is $53,750. $769. Now again, all you gotta do is get one number right to keep the game going, Steel. All we need is one. Let's get one number right. Let's get the 9 right. Let's see if we got the 9 right. Ah, you have got to be kidding me. We did not get any numbers right. We got absolutely nothing lit up. Wow. That almost never happens. Holy mac. Whoop, get back there. For the actual price, and I'm just guessing. Oh, why did that one not light up? There we go. Was $45,543. Sorry, Steel. No first time follow prize for you on that one. But that's all right. We do plenty of games. You'll get plenty of chances to join in with everybody else. In fact, right now we are still doing our list. Well, it's a 2020 spot, so I can see 40,000. I can see 40,000. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we are doing the list, and we are looking for any words or phrases. I know what you said. You're trying to finagle the English language is what you're doing. So we are looking for any words or phrases that contain the word burn, B-U-R-N. Now again, behind one of these, there will be a small prize. Behind one of these will be a shot at the vault, and behind one of these will be another one-player game. I still gotta go through and get some more car models though, because like I said, I'm still it still hangs on a lot of Fords, a lot of Hondas. I think it's done a Volvo once. It hasn't pulled any of the Alphas yet, and I don't think I'm trying to think if I've got the Volkswagens in there. Oh, I can definitely do that, Allie. Such as, do you have a preference? See, if you had asked me, if you had said something a week ago, I had all sorts of weird sweet things like lying around the house. But I kind of got in the munchy mode, and the chocolate and peanut butter don't last long for me. But yeah, so basically, as I was saying, as you guys, especially if you're in the States and you know if you're ship internationally, one of the questions they ask you is there anything fragile, harmful, liquid, What's the other one they asked? Or potentially hazardous. Well, they sort of added a line, and I think it's because of me they added the line. There is now a thing in there where it asks if you are sending toys or games. I am not joking you. It is now one of the items in the little disclaimer where you first fill things out. And it was like, what? Because now it's, because that's why they'd always ask about lithium batteries. Because officially you're not supposed to send those. And then like I said, I'm reading it, and I go to press no because I'm just like normally boom 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 done. And I read it and I look at it and it says toys. I'm serious. That's what it says. There's no disclaimer to it or like electronic toys or fragile toys or anything of the sort. It just says toys. And I'm sitting there like, well, maybe? Because Allie, yours is like the two diecast cars. And I'm like, do I declare those as toys? And I was like, and I was talking to the clerk, and I was like, oh, it's just a couple diecast models. And she's like, oh, well, whatever. And it's like, so I just went, no. And she didn't say anything to me. But it was kind of like, am I working you guys that much too hard? It's like I can't ship more stuff than Amazon. I know. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the burn list. We are looking for 10 words or phrases that contain the word burn in them. Now, there are a lot more than just 10, but the computer only picked 10 out of the file. And that's what we go with. And bear with me a second because I need to do something. I need to put a cap on that or it's going to go flatter than flat. Is Jenna Fisher from The Office married to a hockey player? I think so. I think she is. But I don't pay attention to the sports, the social life of sports people. I'm sports athletes. All right, so as we were saying, so yeah, it makes me feel like they're watching me now. That's what it feels like. It's like the USPS has decided that a good old Listy is sending too many packages with toys in them, and we can't trust him. Really? And like I said, and the worst thing was they didn't specify electronic toys or battery powered toys or adult toys or loose parts toys. It just said toys. So from here on out, I'm calling everything I send out a collectible. Can be a toy, but it's still a collectible.
One thing I was thinking is maybe there's been was it like toy recalls and such, or toys that have had harmful materials made with them.
So, Laffy Taffy?
Maybe they don't want you to ship darts across international lines.
I don't know what it is.
Lawn darts.
Maybe. Laffy Taffies and nerds. If I can find the nerds anymore, they're hard to find. Laffy Taffies are easy to get a hold of.
There's a coffee shop in Granite City that sells old time candy.
Bubbles burn a meal lately. Now that's not fair, Spock.
What?
The list topic is burn.
Oh,
No, but she did fix the oven. Sort of, I think.
I did.
So what you going out for food for?
You told me.
Yeah, salad, meaty salad.
Yeah. Just haven't gone yet.
Oh, I know what I could try to send you. Well, I don't know how well it would carry though. I can send you some gooey butter cake. I wonder how well that ships.
Depends upon the bakery.
Yeah, but it's going over. It would go overseas.
See if they ship international.
Then we could send you. You know what I'll do? I'll try to find some St. Louis specialties for you, Allie. That's what I'll try to do. Let's see. That's gooey butter cake,
Fried ravioli.
toasted ravioli.
Yeah, toasted ravioli.
Those don't travel well.
No, it's best to just ship the recipe.
True. Um,
Provel.
no, I don't. I'm not putting anybody through that. Trust me, there's one St. Louis tradition I don't like.
Schlafly.
Mm, I'm trying to think though. That's more booze than anything though.
Yeah.
And we're talking about people over in Europe, hon.
True.
I'm trying to think of the St. Louis cooking tradition stuffs.
Open faced sandwiches.
That's not a St. Louis tradition. That's a I'm poor and I'm saving on bread tradition. I'm trying to think.
Those are the top things, really. Oh, uh, red sliced bagels.
Hun, I'm talking about sweets and stuff.
You can have a sweet bagel, red sliced.
I'm trying to think. Let me think. Um,
There's not like sweet breads or anything. I'm not talking about the organ meat sweet breads. Sweet versus savory.
See, the gooey butter cakes is a definite.
There's not really any candies that are St. Louis.
I know, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Although you could probably expand it a little to Midwest.
I'm trying to think of anything that would fit in that category. A St. Louis style pizza bread is basically around here what they call a tradition is a burnt crust buried in provolone cheese, a little bit of tomato sauce buried in provolone cheese.
It's a trying to think. It's about the thickness of a pita toasted to the consistency of a cracker on one side.
I don't know if you heard her when she said that. It's just basically think of the side of a cardboard box.
Hey, no. I'm using actual food items too. I said a pita, about the thickness of a pita.
No, it's not even that thick.
Yes, it is.
If you say so. I say it's about the size. I say the St. Louis tradition is about the thickness of the side of a cardboard box. Exactly. It is buried with about a pound of provolone on every slice, and it's horrible.
Provel, not provolone. Different.
Provolone, whatever. It is, but it's literally they think Provel cheese on pizza is the greatest thing on earth for some reason. You see my face?
Although, provel on salad's really good.
That's salad. That's fine. Not on pizza.
And not all places pile on the provel.
Every place that claims to make a St. Louis style pizza does. No, po' boys are more southern. Po' boys are more New Orleans. Sandwich wise, open face. They have what's called a St. Paul and an open face sandwich.
Oh. Starts with a G here, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I just know there's one called a St. Paul.
Yeah, there's one called St. Paul. Um, Another one that's a brown sandwich. Providence, I think, is another name for it.
Don't know that one.
What?
I don't know the name by that one.
Yeah. It has different types of meat in the St. Paul, if I remember correctly. But same principle.
Don't look at me, Red. Bubbles is talking about all of these.
What did Red say?
He says I'm making his ears burn.
Ears burn? Why is ears burn?
Cause it's the burn list.
Oh. Did they already put
And
that?
believe it or not, making someone's ears burn was actually on the list.
Because we're talking about Red. Are your ears burning?
All right, I'll be right back. So, where's my salad? Oh, not here yet? Oh, I thought you. What'd you do? Order it? Oh. I thought that's why she was down here because she brought food back. Hello, Lady Bells. How you doing, my dear? All right, so we are still looking for 6 items left on the burn list. So far, we've got Red Walrus. Nope, you don't see the timer on this screen, Spock, because the game takes up the majority of it, so I don't have a lot of room for extra stuff. This screen is literally bare bones.
Did they already go through movies and TV shows like Burn Notice and Burn After Reading?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, thank you, my dear. Welcome to, as I like to say. No, because I still got to put the quizzies there. I still got to. I mean, I can put it in there for now. Give me a second. Because I do have to put the quizzies in there. That's kind of like, whoop, wrong one. Remember the rule though, Red. It's gotta follow first. Give me a minute, Spock. I'll put the timer in there for you. Copy. And then we will paste it right there. There you go, Spock. All right. So we are looking for 6 more phrases that contain the word burn in them. Tell you what, you can cheat. You can like unfollow and refollow. That's how I know it works. I think. And like I said, there was one hint I have already given on the screen. It was a while ago. I'll probably give it again in a little bit. But what we are looking for, ladies and gentlemen, are... Well, let me explain how the game works. It is basically Family Feud without the points, so to speak. The list will always be about a word, a phrase, or a thing. In this case, it's the word burn, as you guys can see up at the top. In that case, that basically means every phrase on the board contains that word or words in question. We sometimes do pop trivia lists or what's the word I'm looking for? Pop culture lists. We have a number of movie star lists. We have a number of movie theme lists. We have like a time travel list. But basically what we do is about 45 minutes. We just do the first list on the game, whatever the computer picks. The computer picks the list and the 10 items on them. And it's up to you guys to try to decipher what those 10 items are. And there are a lot of possibilities on many of these lists. So a lot of the times you'll actually see me just literally sitting there reading the chat, not saying the chat. Let me look at something because I think I need to give that to somebody else. Yeah, so Spock said it earlier. I'm checking to see if it came up before then. Yeah, I think I actually have to give you that one, Spock. I goofed and wasn't reading the list correctly. So I gotta give that one to Spock. Now, there's a difference between Burnout Paradise, which is a game, and just standard Burnout. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have never seen this show before, it's very simple. We take various game shows from around the world. We have a Japanese game show that does not involve strange and unusual tying and mummifying and crashing through walls. Although it would be interesting to see if it could be done. We have a Russian game show. We have an Australian game show. English game show. I have thought about doing a WWE type list, Allie, but there's just too many in history, and I know some characters that a lot of the younger guys don't know. So if they happen to come up, because like I said, I get grief for the Bob Hope list. I have a movie list of just Bob Hope movies. I've gotten grief for that one. It's still going to stay in there, but I've gotten grief for it. So it's kind of like, how do you do a WWE list when I could go back and pick somebody like Special Delivery Jones or Paul Roma or the Brooklyn Brawler, and people would be like, who? So that was one of those that just I don't think would ever work. All right, so we are halfway through the burn list. And again, behind one of these 10 items, there will be a shot at the vault. Behind one of these 10, there is a small prize. And behind one of these 10 is a one-player game. Yeah, but ask a kid today, Red, who Georgie Animal Steel is, and they'll look at you like, who? Or I'll give you a good one. And I never really thought about how good he was. Burned him in. I like that one, but it didn't make the cut. I'll give you an example of a character that I absolutely loved. Or surprised me, is Adrian Adonis. You go back, or not Adrian Adonis, Adrian Street. They just did a documentary for him on WWE Network not too long ago. And they showed some clips that I didn't even remember seeing. And it's even beyond, they're newer than one of my all-time favorite clips where he would win matches by kissing a guy. See, exactly. He is Adrian Street. He's known as Exotic Adrian Street. And he's a miner from Wales. And he wanted to get into wrestling. Heartburn. That's me this morning when I got up. I got up this morning at 5 o'clock. Ugh. And I was like, I didn't want to get out of bed. It was like, no more nappy time for Listy. But he worked in the coal mine, and I think he said well. He might have said been Cardiff. It might have been Cardiff. I can't remember for sure. And he basically gave up working in the mines and took on professional wrestling. And he was damn good at it. He made it big, reasonably big in the NWA here. He took the title back with him because he's a hometown boy. and they wanted to do a hometown boy article with him back in England. So he went to the mines dressed as the wrestler, and it was funny as heck seeing the photo of exotic Adrian Street in his wrestling outfit, standing there with the title he had owned or had won, and he's just like ignoring all the guys in the mines behind him. Late 60s, 70s, and early 80s. But yeah, see, because it's just kind of hard to do that. I mean, it's not impossible to do. Like I said, because we've done Batman character lists. There are only so many Batman bad guys, so you got a cutoff point. Where professional wrestling is kind of like, how many names could you throw in one file? But yeah, because like I said, I know he's from your neck. I think he's from your neck of the woods, Allie. Like I said, I want to say Wales or Scotland. I can't remember which now off the top of my head. I'm thinking it was Wales, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But it was absolutely hilarious, and he made no bones about it. He went up back there to take that picture with them to embarrass everybody in those mines because they said he couldn't do it. And that was the only reason he did it. It was funny when he's telling the story why he did it. And he goes, "Was it childish of me?" Yeah, but for that moment, I didn't care. So, I'd have to think. Could I do one? Yeah. Actually, I know how I could do one is only ones that were in the Rumble match. But then again, like I said, there were certain years when there were nobodies in there. There were certain years when there was nobodies in there. I will admit, this year has me. I normally repay for my WWE subscription when Royal Rumble rolls around because I love it so much. I'm not doing that this year. And the worst thing is, it's one of the few times where this is the first year in about 5 years where you don't know who's going to win. But you already know certain stories that are going to suck in the whole thing. Like I said, because they're putting Brock in at 1. So you know he's going to throw about 7 or 8 of the first people out like that. And it's like, that does not make for a fun pay-per-view to watch. Um, I still think, in my personal opinion, they're going to screw up. They're going to bring Velasquez back in and have him win it. I seriously think they're going to screw it up and do that. Because I know they want to do Velasquez Lesnar again. And I will be honest, I want McIntyre to win it. Just for kind of the redemption story. And he could win it as a bad guy or a good guy, I wouldn't care. He went from the chosen one back when he first started. And he went up a little and then he just nosedived. And now he's kind of like he's back and he's kind of like back to that elite status. But I don't think they're going to have him win it. I think they'll have him be like, I expect him to be one of the final four. Now, see, I disagree because I know we got to talk about, I know there's a lot of like the wrestling talk when Nerdy does his broadcast. And Nerdy's like one of these guys, he wants the belts merged. I'm like, nope. I want two and I want the split to be a split. All right, we're down to 1:14 on the list, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm probably going to do a little overtime on this one. I'll probably add. Well, let's do it before it gets there. No, I have to actually wait because it's weird like that. No, Edge has already said he's not in it. Edge says he's cleared, but he says he's not going to be in it. And I don't think Punk's going to be in it. I think he likes what he's doing too much. I know Fox wants him to be in it because he is a big draw TV-wise. Because they've already named 25 of the 30. They have not named any of the NXT people yet. Burn to a cider. Red is burning cider. All right, I am going to put 15 more minutes on it. So we'll go 8:45. I think Edge likes doing what he's doing now. I think he likes only coming out to do the pop returns. I don't think he wants to take a chance. I don't think Punk is going back in anytime soon. And like I said, they've already named, there are 25 names on the list officially. They have not named anybody from NXT to my knowledge. They have not named one person yet from NXT to be in there, but they keep promising there were going to be NXT people in there. So I see Keith Lee being in there. Adam Cole will be in there again. Probably Gargano. Because they keep trying to get Gargano to go to the main roster, but he doesn't want to do it. I'm trying to think of who else. Like I said, I know the fans want Keith Lee in there. I don't think Aleister Black has been named yet as being in there, and I think he needs to be in there. See that if Drew doesn't win, I want Black to win it. I really do, but they're not going to give it to him. I'm trying to think of who else. Like I said, my problem is I think the problem is 30 is too small. But Finn, I don't think Finn will do it because they want him to stay heel in NXT. He's going to get too much of a face reaction if he shows up. I that that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, the problem is they have a ridiculously huge roster right now. So it used to be, and if you go back, and I want to say it's like 97 or 98, when they had nothing but mid carders. See, I won't complain if Drew wins. I think Drew deserves it. Like I said, my concern is going to be Velasquez. That's my concern. And everybody is going to crap on it like something fierce. Because like I said, I'm one of these people that says, all right, so let's just say you have a Rollins Murphy versus Viking Raiders match early in the card. Those four people should not be allowed in the Rumble. I'm hoping he doesn't. I'm hoping he doesn't because I don't want to see it. They've got enough people on the roster where you either earn your way in to the Rumble or you don't make the Rumble, but you get a match on the card. If you have a match on the card, you're not in the Rumble. That's one thing I've always hated about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The one thing I loved about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view was when the mini stories would kick in during the Rumble. So, for instance, if Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin are fighting on the show, I don't want either one of them in the Rumble. I know Reigns is a big draw. I know he'll be one of the final four, typically. But I don't want him in there. See, Roman has a match that he and Corbin are in the Rumble, which they shouldn't be. Like I said, I know that sounds selfish of me, but it's one of those where, be honest, guys. You have a guy that's got beat up in a match earlier in the evening, and he's still going to come back and he's going to look good in a Rumble. Now, at least stretch my credibility a little, or respect. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a phrase I'm looking for. Um, I can't think of the phrase now. This year it will be. This year will be because A, Brock's in the Rumble, so there's no world title match. Bryan and Wyatt won't be the main event, and they've only named 6 of the women for the women's Rumble, so I can't see that one going last. Does your heart still burn as mine? I recommend Alka-Seltzer for that, Spock. I do recommend Alka-Seltzer for that. Um, like I said, I keep leaning towards the one guy that could use it and make it work is McIntyre or Elias or Aleister Black. Those would be my big 3 I would want to win it. I mean, could you imagine Black versus Lesnar? Oh, I would so sign up to see that. Because, like I said, I've been a fan. I was a huge fan of Aleister Black's ever since I first saw him in NXT. Burn your boats. If we burn our boats red, we're gonna sink. Or how do we get across? Wait, what is it? Burn your boats so that the cowards can't run away, or something like that. You can do that with 2K19. I know. Like I said, I don't buy wrestling games anymore. I think I've got 2K19, or maybe 2K18. No, I got 17. That's the last one I bought because I was so disappointed in it. I refuse to buy any ever again. Yeah, 2K17 was the last one I bought, and I hated it so much. I said never again. I won't even buy it to sim anything. Hello, Pussycat. All right, so we are still looking for 4 last burn phrases, folks. And there has been a hint on camera for one of them twice. There's been a hint for one of them twice on camera. Slash and burn, burn the walls. Razor burn. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are here, I would like to welcome you to the List Wits Game Show. We are basically a throwback channel to your favorite game, favorite, not so favorite, and maybe even some you've never seen before, games from the television and golden age. From the 40s all the way till today. We have variations of games such as Concentration, Blockbusters, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Um, pardon me. Then if you have never seen it, we've got games that come out of Ireland, such as Panic Attack, from Scotland, known as Wonder Ball. Um, English games such as Pointless, Only Connect, Catchphrase. We have a French game called Tout de Monde, otherwise known, I forget what it's known as in English. I forgot the name of it now. Ooh. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Canadian games like Ultimatum. We have a Russian game, because for those of you that don't know, Russian roulette actually started in Russia. We have variations of some one-player games. Mostly Price is Right. We have ones that are like from the Monopoly Millionaires Club. We actually have 2 of those, and I'm working on 3 of those. I'm working on some others. That's something else I'm going to do. I'm probably going to break up that one-player game thing just so I can make some of the other games more playable. Because, like I said, I've got to pull up trivia questions galore to do 1 versus 100 and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And it's one of those where I'm always reluctant to do them because I know I'm going to burn through a lot of questions on those. But I need to do it at some point. Plus, we're trying to make them where they're a little more they're going to look a little more like television. They're going to look a little more like the screens you see on TV. But that is taking some serious time. I thought it was Spain. Russian roulette was from Spain. No, actually, believe it or not, Russian roulette actually started in Russia. Of course, I thought Who Wanted to Be a Millionaire started in Russia. And then I found out it started in the UK. And then Russia made some weird version of it where it's Who Wants to Be, and the host, because I don't understand the language at all. But it's literally Who Wants to Be, and it's got the host name there. And it's like you beat him. If you win the game, you get to be a host on the show or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6 out of 10. Burn through the money. Not what we're looking for. All right, do you guys want to see the 4 you missed? We'll show you the 4 we missed afterwards. All right, so we got 3 possible winners. We got Red Walrus, we got Spock, and we have Man of Steel. Now, what we're hoping for is behind one of these, we're hoping for a vault shot. Behind one of them, we're hoping for a small prize. And behind one of them, we're hoping for another one-player game. And we always start with the player that has the most. In this case, it would be Spock, who basically has burnt himself out on the word burn. Did Spock burn himself out and leave behind anything in the traces? Oh, nothing there for you on that one, Spock. Which basically means Spock crashed and burned. Twice. And Red's like, one of these has got to have it. One of these has got to have it. My ears are burning. I hear there's a winner somewhere, and it is me, forcing Listy to send more stuff to Canada. Not this time. All right. So we got 3 prize slots. Three people on the list. Spock, Man, and Red. All we need is a winning slot. Red is not confident, so we will help you ease your confidence, Red. Because you burned all your bridges and now we can't get back to the mainland. Not there. This is not good so far. This is not good. Man, it still says, well, there better be something there or I'm going to burn it down. I'm going to burn it all down. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we do have at least a vault shot tonight. We haven't had a vault shot in a while either. And you know how I know we haven't had a vault shot in a while? Because I redid the vault and I only had to remove one number from the board. All right, man. This is how the vault shot works. You see 4 keypads on the board. I'm going to let you choose one keypad, and I'm going to take away a bad number from you. All right? We have the orange keypad, the white keypad, the blue keypad, or the green keypad. Which keypad would you like me to pull a bad number from? All right, we are going to take one wrong number out of the orange row, off the orange keypad. Now, what you see is that black square underneath can only be filled by the one number above it. So, for instance, the orange keypad can only be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 0. What number would you like us to put or push on the orange keypad? So basically, you have to come up with a 4-digit number, man. Orange, white, blue, green. Now, because the orange number's got 2 numbers removed off of it, that's 2 numbers you don't count. So your 4-digit combination is not going to start with a 7 and it's not going to start with a 9. So, for instance, if you wanted to say go 3258, you could go 3258. Well, there's a reason I changed it up a little, Red. In addition to, I like the layout better. Although a couple of the numbers are screwy for some reason. My 4 is offset, and I don't know why. Is because now it's a little harder for people to say what's going to give them best odds. All right. Man says, let's go. 8, 4, 7, 6. We have 8476. We lock that in. That sound has said the number is locked in. It cannot be changed. All we want is that combination to just basically disappear. That word combination to disappear. We do not want to hear the saxophones. And we heard the saxophones, which means the combination is not 8476. Oh, all right. Trombones, saxophones. I call them saxes just because that's the only icon I ever get to see. I don't know if there's a trombone icon anywhere. There may be, and I've just never seen it. All right, and that means we are down to Spock. So Spock either has. I don't have any trombones. I got those. Exactly. That's why I keep calling them saxes. Spock either has a one-player game, he has a small prize, or a blank. Spock, what do you think? You think it's a blank? Spock's like, dude, give me a shot. That's a sick burn, dude. It is the small prize. So congratulations, Spock. We are actually going to start you a brand new prize pile. All right. And as you can see, I don't have anything up on the larges. And the reason I don't is because I was falling behind working on stuff today. So, Spock, your choices are the comics, the Racing Champions truck, the space robot, or the Benzite. I can guess which one he's going for. Unless he already has it. He says he's got a couple of them. But I don't think he's got that one. Yeah, Dad Benzite. All right, the comics it is. These are the Wolverine and Hawkeye comics. And again, these were all Marvels. So we had Hawkeye. And then we had Wolverines. And then we had Wolverine with Gambit. There we go. I like it because of Gambit, but I'm particular about my superheroes. So congratulations, Spock. Those are yours. And the start of a brand new prize pile. And I need to put Spock's name on this. So I take my little marker. I take my cardboard backing. Doubles are all good because they look identical. That's true. And we put Spock's name in there just so I don't mix them up with anybody else. And then I go drop it on the in Spock's reserved location. He actually has a reserved location where I put Spock's stuff. It's literally like right next to a couple of things I have not shipped out that I need to. All right. Now, just because, just because the ones you guys did not get were Cigarette Burn. That was the one I was trying to tell you guys. I did giving you guys hints to twice. Number 5 was the Burn Bag. Somebody said Burn Notice. Close, but not quite. Number 8 was to burn with curiosity, which is an actual phrase. I did not know that either for a while. And number 10 was burn your fingers. Don't burn your fingers. Don't put your hand on the stove. Never caught the hint. Now, Red, I don't know if you remember, but the worst one where I'd given a hint on air that nobody caught was the famous Ed list. I had put on my Riddler outfit for that day. And I had intentionally created, this was back before the computer would pick the lists. And I had intentionally picked one of the lists to be famous Eds or Edwards. So we're 45 minutes into doing a list. We're 60 minutes into doing the list. And I'm telling everybody, and I'm sitting there with the Riddler cane, and I'm playing with it on air. And I have a very bad habit. I'm almost Italian in that regard, where if I have something in my hands, I have to play with it. And I'm telling everybody, there's a hint on the screen. Guess who was in the channel? This was back when Nerdy would stop by regularly, Fallen would stop by regularly, Emery's would stop by regularly, Mark, Red, and this was one of those nights where I had a huge crowd. And I'm telling people, there's a hint right there on the screen. I think we went 90 minutes for that one list. And I gave up. I'm like, nobody's getting this. And I even tapped the camera with the cane once or twice. But I do that all the time during the show. In fact, I could pull out the Trevega. This is cane. Ta-da. And as soon as I showed it, you could hear the groans. It was like, no, how did we not get that one? It was absolutely hilarious. And I don't think and I think it was one of the times when I really lost my composure. Just because nobody had gotten it. It was absolutely hilariously one of those moments. All right, so with that, I'm going to put the intermission on for a second. Actually, I got to go back to primary because I have not fixed that yet. Because the one I'm going to open, I got to test. Why did that crash? Shouldn't have crashed. Oh, that's why it crashed. Bear with me, guys. I gotta fix this real quick. That was weird. It worked the first time, and then it didn't work the second time. Oh, that's because I have not done this one in a while. That's why. Because normally I've been doing this through... Alright, so if it gives you a blank clue, I apologize. I have been tweaking this a little bit to do something different. So all I have to do is put the file together. Put a list of the clues together, and the computer determines the order. So some of the clues will make it probably like a lot easier than it should be. If it does, I'm apologizing beforehand. In addition, folks, do not forget our 4-letter word up there in the corner. The 4-letter word is basically if you type the 4-letter word in chat and the computer recognizes it, you will win. Right now, right now it is a vault shot. The four-letter word is very simple. Each letter completes. All right, have a good one, Ms. Lady Bells, and thank you for stopping by. And hopefully you won't be a stranger. I could use a power nap too. I really could. Been up since 5. Yeah, I could definitely use a power nap. Now you notice it did the blank clue. That's what I got to fix. I knew there was something because it did it during the earlier one too. Um, so just remember, folks, the four-letter word up there at the top corner.
I got the fixing, so just take me a moment to put it together.
All right, thank you. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across. And those 4 letters in order read straight down to make the winning 4-letter word. So, for instance, if you thought it was tree, that would be silt, lard, Eve, and seat. Tree is a very good guess, but it's not the one that the computer is looking for. The computer is looking for one very specific 4-letter word. And while I'm doing that, all right, so we are going to try to do All-Star Blitz tonight, guys. I used the word try because every time I've tried this in practice, it's worked. But every time I've done it live, it's like something's gone wrong. I was like, I got the Hollywood Squares one to actually work, and it was the same thing. Practice, it would work fine, and then I'd get in there and do the live run, and it wouldn't do it. And I finally figured out why. Because I'd either have two presentations open with the same name, main game, or, see, why is it doing the blanks? I do not know why it's doing the blank squares. I gotta fix that. Yeah, that's one I did. No, it's not carriage return spot because the way I have it set to read, it only reads it like line by line. So it can't if there's a blank line in there, it'll see it. But I don't know. I don't think I've got any that are blank lines. Plus, like I said, I made some changes and I haven't checked the files since making those changes. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see in that regard. So yeah, I made some. So far the games I have updated are. I've updated All Star Blitz. I have updated Battle Stars, Bob's Full House, but I think I broke something in that one, so I'm not happy about that yet. Bullseye I just finished. Jeopardy. There's a couple I'm probably not going to change that will remain on this board. Just because there's so much stuff in them. For instance, Concentration, the new one. The one that does not have any trivia questions. Oh, I saw that one. I saw that, Red. I nearly lost it. Chicken! could get why she said it though. She heard she heard Popeye's favorite food, and she buzzed in while she was doing. She was trying to buzz in while she was Popeye's. That I don't think she heard the question when she was happy. And if I'd buzzed in early, I might have said chicken too. Popeye's favorite food that they serve. Chicken. Oh, by the way, I gotta make fun of you knuckleheads. I heard on the radio this morning when I was going into the office that McDonald's used Ontario as their testing ground to make what they called a PLT sandwich. Or no, I don't want to make fun of the Canadians. I want to thank the Canadians. I am not a fan of the Impossible Burger or the Impossible Whopper or whatever Burger King calls that monstrosity. So I want to thank the Canadians for making sure the PLT is a disaster. It is a plant lettuce tomato. And I looked at that and I'm like, plant, lettuce, tomato. Plant, plant, plant. So it's basically a PPP sandwich. I could go buy bread and vegetables and make a veggie sandwich. I think they said they sold a grand total during the entire test of it of 87 of them. I think that was the actual number, is they sold 87 PLTs. So I want to say thank you to Canada for making sure that monstrosity doesn't hit the U.S. markets. But yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. She said it wasn't the 87th item in terms of volume. They sold 87 of them total. I'm like, yeah. And I think I can understand why. It's like, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Impossible Whopper. Because again, that thing is so loaded with so much estrogen. It's scary. And then McDonald's is trying to follow suit. No, thank you. I want my thick, juicy beef burgers. Oh, I think I know why it's doing this. I think I know why it's doing the blanks things. It's a file. I think I know what it is. But yeah, I saw that one. The other one, what was the other one I saw? I was watching another one. I can't think of the other one now I saw. It was like absolutely hilarious. They were so thrilled with their answer, and everybody just looking at them like, really? Really? But yeah, this is one of those. Hey, vape, what's good? Like I said, this is one of those that. Transform. Stretch the screens. Like I said, this is one of those I got to fix. It's not gonna be hard to fix this one, I don't think. I could probably do it while we're on air. While we're doing the other game. So that's one I've got to definitely fix and repair. But it looks so much better like in the small version. Because the graphics don't seem so screwy. Oh, wait. No, I can't fix this while I'm on air because I got to do number things in my head. I got to reposition the photos. Oh, Spock says, my turn. All right, let's see what Spock gets on his wheel spin. Oh, Spock says, I'm getting another vault shot. So, with that, all right, Spock. Which keypad would you like me to remove an incorrect number from? Says, let's get rid of one out of the blue. All right, one out of the blue. And the 5 is now officially gone. All right, Spock. I knew that's where Spock was going. And you never know, it could actually be it. Is the combination to our vault 0000. Be amazed if it took nothing to open the vault. It is not all zeros. And our thing is indeed Spinosh, which means we have to give Spock some more whammies back. So we give Spock 25 whammies on the board. And I get us over to our main game tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will be playing this game right here. Whoop, over here. I keep forgetting I'm on the small screen. I'm gonna go to the large screen once the game starts. So we are looking for the first 2 players. We are looking for the first 2 players that are interested in playing All-Star Blitz. It's a game of phrases hidden by a few covered box, and all you got to do is guess the mystery phrase. Now, this is one of those games where you don't even have to answer the questions. Okay? This is one of those games where the computer is going to actually answer the question for you. All you have to do is tell me if the computer is right or wrong. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to jump this over to, let me get onto this screen first. There is our board. All right, so we're going to put vape in. And who would like to be player number 2? God damn it. All right. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. That I can fix. That's an easy fix. Debug. What did it not do? Stop that. Oh, I have to stop it to redo that. End. Damn it. All right, what is it not doing? Hold on. Why is it? Okay, there we go. All right, Man of Steel, you have been nominated. All right, so we are going to put Man of Steel in. All right, so it will be Vape versus Man of Steel. Now, what you guys see at the top is a mystery phrase. Now, basically, all we do is we're gonna have Vape start. Okay. So Vape, what you see is the board. The stars that are off the board are the 1, 2, 11, and 7.
Dinner's prepared.
Okay, I heard you. Whichever star you pick, we're going to show a question to. After you pick the question, or after we reveal the question, the character that's under the star is going to give you their answer for it. Okay? If you agree, no, didn't miss the 4. The 4 is not there. 1, 2, 4, and 11 are off the board, Spock. If you agree or disagree with the computer, will determine if you stay in control of the game. If you are right, you maintain control. If you are wrong, the board, the star stays where it is. That's one of the changes. It used to be that the star came off regardless. It doesn't come off regardless anymore. You have to get it right for the star to come off. It'll make a little more sense as we do it. So Vape, you are player number 1. Which numbered star would you like us to reveal? Now I will say there is one rule, whereas if a single star is left in a box, you have to take the single star. Alright, so Vape says number 6. So we select number 6. Ooh, I gotta check something. Hold on, before I forget. I may have to throw some more questions in here. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to throw some more questions in here. Hold on one second. So what I'm gonna do, I just realized how empty this file was. So bear with me 1 minute. So don't answer this question. I totally forgot to do that. Because I've been using the same test file to run all my tests, and then I realized, oops. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it. Alright, so we got different numbers. All right, babe. Now we're good. All right, we're going to go with question 6. So here's the question. What is the name of the 25-foot tall fictional animal created by Norman Bridwell? All right. Now, this is question 6, so this is a Freddy question. And he says the name of the creature is Humongous the Cat. What is the name of the 25-foot tall fictional animal created by Norman Bridwell? He disagrees. It is Clifford the Big Red Dog. It is indeed Clifford the Big Red Dog. So basically, we are going to remove the 6 for you. All right, so you are still in control of the board, Vape. And as you can see, there are no boxes yet with a single number. Oh, wait, no, I'll take that back. There are. It's number 7. 7 or 5. All right, so here is the question for Bat Stash. He was the first airplane pilot to fly solely based on instruments. He was the first airplane pilot to fly solely based on instruments. Bat Stash says the answer is Eddie Rickenbacker. So, Vape, are you going to agree or disagree? No, hold on, man. Vape is still in control. You're going to disagree. The correct answer is Jimmy Doolittle. It is Jimmy Doolittle. So Vape is still in control. And we remove the 7 for you, Vape. And here is your first letters. Now, I will tell you, the letters are just divided up. They will start in square 1. They will either end in square 5 or square 6. I don't know. Now, you have the choice of taking a guess at the phrase or passing. Once a box is revealed, you pretty much have to make, you have a choice. I recommend taking a shot at it because once a box is revealed, it changes player. Nope, not Cat in a Hat. All right, so that means Steel, you are up. Now, you have to take box number 5 because, again, it's a single box, single star that will reveal a box. And you are going to be taking Nerdy's guess. So here is the question. In the show, Have Gun, Will Travel, Paladin, the main character, lived in a hotel in what city? All right? And Nerdy says it's San Francisco. In the show, Have Gun, Will Travel, Paladin lived in a hotel in what city? So this one is for Steel. All you have to do, Steel, is agree or disagree. You're going to agree. The correct answer is San Francisco. Now, your one disadvantage is you have to take this and we reveal the next set of letters. Now, again, because we revealed the letters, you have to guess the phrase. You just don't have a choice in the matter. If you are right, you take board one and could sweep because because Vape started, you'll have the start of board number 2. I got to do one more thing for myself for this one. Don't know it. All right, that means Vape, you are back in control. And which number would you like? Number 2. All right, you're going for Freddy. Because once a box is revealed, Spock, they have to guess. If they can't guess it, it changes. The first American car with front-wheel drive was the Auburn. The first American car with front-wheel drive, according to Freddie, was the Auburn. So, Vape, are we going to agree or disagree? Vape says, nope, not the Auburn. It was the Auburn, which means we do not remove number 2 from the board. Because, again, you have to get the question right to remove the star. All right, Steele. Which question would you like? Or which star number? All right. He says we're going to go for number 3. Number 3. Here is the question. In the infamous Stanford prison experiment, one of the sadistic guards received a nickname after which actor due to his cruelty to the prisoners? In the infamous Stanford prison experiment, one of the sadistic guards received a nickname after what actor due to his cruelty to the prisoners? Batstash says he was nicknamed after John Wayne. Says he was nicknamed after John Wayne. Now, is that a true statement or a fake statement? You're going to disagree. I'm going to tell you he was named after John Wayne. He was given the nickname of the Duke because he was such a hard-ass guard. Which means we cannot give Vape that one. All right, Vape. Which number would you like? Vape says, I'm going for 2 again. All right, so we turn our attention back to Freddy. And here is Freddie's question. Which king of England reigned for only 7 years between 1830 and 1837? And Freddie says it was Henry IV. Vape is going to agree and say it's Henry IV. No, it was William the Fourth. It was William the Fourth, which means we cannot give Vape number 2. All right, Steele. Which number would you like? All right, he said let's go for number 1. All right, are we going to trust Nerdy? Let's find out. There have been several controversial Super Bowl commercials, but Super Bowl 49 reportedly had the most controversial. It was one that was labeled the most depressing ad ever, that talked about what a young boy never did because he was dead. Which insurance company ran this ad? And Nerdy says it was Nationwide. He is going to agree, and he would be right. And with that, we remove the 1 off the board. All right, that means, Steele, you have to take question number 2. And here is the question from Freddie. We're going to skip that question, because that is a multiple choice one that has to have all the multiple choices in there. Come on, Mouse, start working. All right. In the 1860 election, the Democratic Party was split over the issue of slavery. Northern Democrats nominated Stephen Douglas for their candidacy for the presidency. This allowed the Southern Democrats to nominate whom as the vice presidential candidate. And Freddie says that the agreement was Stephen Douglas as president and Charles D. Warren as vice president. Steele says, no, it wasn't Charles D. Warren. And you would be right. It was John C. Breckinridge. Which means we are going to remove star number 2. And we are going to reveal the first 3 letters of our mystery phrase. All right, Steele. Now you have to get this, because Vape is going to get the net control if you get it wrong. We have ATT. All right, no guess. All right, Vape, that means you are up. And we are going to reveal star number 3 because that's going to reveal a square. The 3-man Soyuz 2 crew was killed during re-entry in 1971 when the capsule did what? And according to Batstash, they were killed during re-entry in 1971 when the capsule sprang an air leak. So, Vape, is Batstash right? Were they killed during re-entry when it sprang an air leak? You're going to agree? The 3-man Soyuz 2 crew was killed during re-entry in 1971 when the capsule sprang an air leak. It sprang an air leak and they literally died of suffocation during re-entry. All right, that means we are going to reveal star number 3 and the letters behind the blocks. All right, we're looking for this mystery phrase. No guess. All right. All right, Steel. That means you get box or star number 8. This is for Kyle the Pug. And here is the question. According to VH1, what song was ranked as the top one-hit wonder of all time and was also ranked the #1 Latin song and #1 dance song of all time? Kyle says the song you are looking for is the Macarena. According to VH1, what song was ranked as the top one-hit wonder of all time and was also ranked the #1 Latin song and #1 dance song of all time? Kyle the Pug says it was the Macarena. Steele says, no, I don't agree. And I would tell you, you would be wrong. It is the Macarena. The Macarena is the #1 Latin and dance song of all time. Which means we cannot give that one to Vape. He's got to earn it on his own. So, Vape, here is the next question. On the TV show Spencer for Hire, what model of car did Spencer drive? Now let's see how well you know your classic old school 80s detective shows. On the TV show Spencer for Hire, Kyle says that Spencer drove a Ford Mustang. Vape's like, yep, Ford Mustang. He didn't waste a moment once he saw that pop up there. It was indeed the Ford Mustang. And with that, we are going to remove star number 8 and the letters on the board. All right, Vape. Can you read our phrase? Yeah. Now, if you can't read it, you got to take a guess, because if you hand it over to Steele and he gets question 12 right, he's going to see everything. It is at the drop of a hat. Like I said, the sixth space may or may not be used. The sixth space can be a blank. It's sort of a red herring type of clue on occasion. So congratulations, Vape. You have taken... Oh, it doesn't do it. Damn it. It's supposed to light up. Ah! I gotta fix the star. I didn't realize I did not fix the star. Alright. So Vape is up 1-0. Alright, Steele. You can tie him up. Which star number would you like to start with? Yeah, the last square may or may not be a red herring. It typically is not, but I've run tests where it would be. Like I said, when the letters reveal, I would say take a guess, because if you're right, you win. If you're wrong, you're going to pass it off. But if you still reveal the letters and you don't guess, you're passing it off. So whenever the letters reveal, just guess at a phrase. All right, Steele. You need this one to tie it up. Which star number would you like? And well, give me 1 second, because I do need to do something over here. All right, I'm back. Yeah, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. All right, Steele's going to start us off with question number 2. And here is the question. In which Shakespearean play would you encounter the line, "If music be the food of love, play on"? And Freddie says you would hear that in The Tempest. In which Shakespearean play would you encounter the line, "If music be the food of love, play on"? Steele says, "No, not the Tempest." And you would be right. It is Twelfth Night. It is indeed Twelfth Night, and that means we take number 2 off the board. And Steele, you are still in control, but because you chose number 2, now you have to choose number 5 or number 7, because those will reveal a square. Which one would you like? All right, number 5 it is. See, there's some strategy in picking your stars, because this 17th century epic poem originally consisted of 10 books, but a revised and augmented version was written in 12 books. What was this book? What set of books was said to be written by the author to justify the ways of God to man? Okay? This 17th century epic poem originally consisted of 10 books, but a revised and augmented version was written in 12 books. What is this set of books that was said to be written by the author to justify the ways of God to man? And Nerdy says it would be the Iliad. So, Steele, do we agree with Nerdy or disagree? We are going to disagree. And you would be right. It is Paradise Lost. It would indeed be Paradise Lost. And with that, we are going to reveal number 5 and the first couple of letters. So, Steele, take a guess at the phrase or pass it over to Vape. All right, I see some technical stuff I got to work on this one. It looked a little better in practice, but that's because I only had one screen and I wasn't looking at my video. Nope, it is not Sweat and Tears. All right, Vape, you have to take number 7, because again, it does reveal a square. All right, what children's Christmas song was written by Steve Rollins and Steve Nelson? What children's Christmas song was written by Steve Rollins and Steve Nelson? And according to Batstash, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Don't think it was Rudolph. I don't think it was either, but let's see. It was Frosty the Snowman. Was written by Steve Rollins and Steve Nelson. And with that, we are going to reveal for Vape an E.T. All right, Vape. We are looking for this phrase. Nope, it is not Sweet Fanny Adams, although I like that guess. All right, still, you have to take box number 8 because, again, it does reveal a box. And this is the question for Kyle the Pug. What was the name of the space probe that was launched in 2006 and in 2015 was the first to complete a flyby with photographs of Pluto? What was the name of the space probe that was launched in 2006 and in 2015 was the first to complete a flyby with photographs of Pluto? Kyle the Pug says it was New Horizons. Are we going to agree or disagree? We are going to disagree. The first space probe to ever complete a flyby of Pluto was New Horizons. It was indeed New Horizons, which means we cannot give that one to Vape. All right, Vape. Same rule applies. We have to give you number 8. And here is the question for Kyle. The first blue jeans to use zippers instead of buttons were made by Lee. The first blue jeans to use zippers instead of buttons were made by Lee Jeans. So, Vape, do we agree or disagree? Vape says, nope, don't think it was Lee Jeans. Oh, it was. Lee Jeans were the first ones to use zippers. During the go, for whatever reason. It just took that long for those to catch on. All right, Steele, you are still in this. And here is the question for you. The world's biggest oil producer in 1982 was the Soviet Union. The world's biggest oil producer in 1982 was the Soviet Union. Still, are we going to agree or disagree? Still says, nope, wasn't the Soviet Union. It was the Soviet Union. Kyle is trying to give you guys the right answers. The Soviet Union in 1982 was officially the world's biggest oil producer. I forget what changed, but I know it was like, oh, I remember what it was. We cut back on our production. The United States had cut back on its production, so they dropped to number 2 because we were still dealing with the leftovers from the energy crisis, I think. So it was easier for us to like buy everybody else's oil than to produce our own and ship it out and then buy it back. All right, Vape, we are back to you. And here is your next question. A Boeing 727 jet was hijacked to North Korea by members of the Red Army, a student group from this country. A Boeing 727 jet was hijacked to North Korea by members of the Red Army, a student group from this country. Kyle says the Red Army was from Japan. So do we agree or disagree with Kyle this time? Vape? Vape says, not Japan. It was Japan. It was a student group of Japanese students that were pro-communist. And they referred to themselves as the Red Army. All right. Still, you are still in this. There's a small pattern here. All right. Poet T.S. Eliot was a British citizen after 1927, but he was born in which U.S. state? So, Steele, Kyle says Massachusetts. Poet T.S. Eliot was a British citizen after 1927, but he was born in Massachusetts. So, Steele, are we going to agree? Steele is going to agree. No, it was Missouri. You know what this is reminding me of? You fool! It seriously is. The Gilbert Gottfried Hollywood Squares episode. That's what it's reminding me of. All right, Vape. The next question is for you. Boxer. One of the characters in George Orwell's Animal Farm was a pig. Okay, Vape. Boxer. One of George Orwell's Animal Farm characters was a pig. Are we going to agree or disagree? We are going to disagree. Boxer was a dog. Yeah, Boxer. I thought Boxer was a horse. Nope. Apparently he was a dog. I have to check my question and see why that one pulled the wrong answer up. Yeah, it should have been horse. I'm going to look at something. Bear with me a minute. I may have written that question in there wrong. I'll find out in a second. Yep, I had that question written wrong. It's all right. I would have done that one. I knew from the get-go anyway. Yeah, at least it was wrong to claim pig. All right, Vape. If you can figure out this phrase, you will take the game 2-0. Yeah, somehow I had that one. I looked at the question file. The question file was wrong on that one. Is it Sweet Nothings? It is indeed Sweet Nothings. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, Vape has taken All-Star Blitz 2-0. Very nicely done, Vape. Yeah, I will say, when you guys picked like the numbers that were like automatically releasing like boxes, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Well, the strategy might work. Because I'm one of those. I'm like, I'm gonna pick number boxes that don't don't light anything up. All right, so with that vape, you get your choice of what's behind curtain number 1 or what's behind curtain number 2. Which would you like, my friend, to go with your triple airplane set? He says he would like curtain number 2. And for vape, behind curtain number 2, you're going to make some very... Well, little French lady doesn't show up, but you're going to make her very jealous because I know she collects these. But vape, congratulations, my friend. You have just won from the Myths and Legends collection. I'm going to pull it out of the box so you can see this one because it is very, very wrapped up. You have just won your own Blue Dragon. Ah, see, we do statues as well around here, folks. That is the Blue Dragon from the Myths and Legends collection. And I am going to tell you right now, I can't find this on the internet. I have looked from the moment I picked these up. I have no clue where to find anything about the value or anything about this. I have hunted and searched and searched and hunted, and I don't know where to find anything about it. I have tried collector sites. I have tried fantasy websites. I even tried the actual company name on the box. Nothing shows up anywhere. So if you guys know anything about it, please feel free to let me know. Because this is one of those mystery prizes that I could be giving away that's worth 20 cents. Or it could be worth $400. I'm just saying. I have no clue on this one. And yeah, like I said, I went out and I tried to find anything about it. And I got stymied every time. All right, I want to try some. I don't remember now, Red. I'd have to look. I'd have to pull it back out and look at it. It is. All it has is Summit Collection by WU. That's all I've got is Summit Collection by WU. W period U period. I mean, I swear, that's it. That's all I've got to work with. And I remember I spent 3 days just hitting up sites trying to find it. Now my only clue is there's like part of a price tag on there that had the Disney symbol, but the price tag had come off, so I don't know. Hold on, vape. Let me. Chatbot has links turned off, so bear with me. Dashboard. Where is that function? Mod tools. Actually, I don't have link protection on. That's weird. Somebody's got it. One of my bots has got link protection on, unfortunately. There we go. See, that didn't even exist. I don't even think that existed when I first looked at this. But yeah, that would be about the same thing. 4-inch YTC Summit, new inbox Myths and Legends collection. I think what it was I had checked out the site. All right, Steel, have yourself a good one, my friend. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And please come back at any time when we're streaming. Like I said, you may not got anything tonight, but Tuesday, next Thursday, next Saturday could be a whole different game. Yeah, I think what it was I had found a site, but it was, and it had listed some stuff, but not those. But it had a whole bunch of other art or statues on there. But they were like larger statues, so I didn't know if it was the same company. Because they were, when I had looked, they were selling like these 10-inch pewter statues. So I couldn't find anything on what they were listing to start with. All right, so I need somebody to help me test something out real quick. And we're going to stick with this game for a second. This is a non-prize one. I need somebody to help me test something. Red, you and Vape want to help me test this one? It's not going to be much different. I need to test this to see if I need to do a rule change. All right, I've done. I don't even know what the phrase is on this one, so it doesn't really matter. I didn't look. So basically, I'm not going to force you to take a box that has a star to it or has a letter. As long as you pick correctly, you're going to stay in control. So, Vape, I'm going to start with you. Pick a star number. I want to see what the difference is in gameplay if you don't lose control when the letters appear. And you keep control of the board as long as you answer questions right. All right, so Vape, here is the first question. Which Midwestern school won the first ever NCAA wrestling championship? And Nerdy says it was Iowa. All right, Vape says it was Iowa. No, it was Oklahoma State. It was Oklahoma State that won the first one ever. All right, Red. Which star number would you like? All right, Red says he's going to go for Freddie and number 2. The inexpensive Modern Library series was the profitable base of this publishing company in 1927. And Freddie says it was the basis of Random House. So, Red, agree or disagree? Red says, nope, not Random House. It was Random House. So again, we cannot give that one to you. Vape says, I'm going back for number 1. And again, I don't know how many questions I actually put in the file. All right, Nerdy's number 1 question is, when Yankee Stadium opened in 1923, it was the nation's largest ballpark with a seating capacity of 60,000. Vape, is that right? No, it was over 65,000. You fool! All right, Red. Where to now? Yeah, I want to say it actually beamed out the Lincoln. Or some college stadium. All right, Red says he's going for number 6. And question 6 for Freddie. In the biggest antitrust action since Standard Oil was broken up in 1911, the U.S. government brought suit against this industry. In the biggest antitrust action since Standard Oil was broken up in 1911, the U.S. government brought suit against this industry. Freddie says aluminum. Red says nope. It was aluminum. That's an iffy question, though, I will admit that. All right, Vape, back to number 1. And here it is, Vape's question. In 1927, Chiang Kai-shek established his right-lit National Revolutionary Government in this city. And Nerdy says Peking. No, it was Nanking. You fool! Now I gotta ask: are the questions reasonably tough enough? Like I said, a couple of them are worded bad, and that's just because I just picked like about 100 of them, so I didn't get to clean them up for this game's layout. Are the questions that good, or that bad, or that tough, or too hard, or what? All right, Red. What number would you like? Like I said, I'm of the opinion that the single choice ones should be harder. Even though I know there are some easy ones in here. In the Farsi collection of quatrains in the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a notable verse says that we are all just helpless pieces in God's game of what, Red? Nerdy says chess. Red is going to disagree. And it's a good thing because it was God's game of checkers. All right, so that means red is still in control. I think I've got to lose the host down in the bottom corner. All right, Red, what star would you like? All right. Red says, let's go for number 2. We are going to see Freddie again. Poor Bad Stash and Kyle are so unloved right now. Time rated this orchestra the best in the United States in the 1980s. And Freddie says it was the St. Louis Symphony. Red says he's going to agree. No, it was the Chicago Symphony. All right, Vape. Where to? Going to stick with Freddie. And here it is, the next question. 3 members of FDR's Brain Trust group were professors from this university. Come on, Mouse, don't do that to me. And Freddie says Columbia. I forgot to do a stopwatch on that too. Damn it. Vape says not Columbia. They were from Columbia. Vape changed his tactic because it was Freddie, and Freddie gives him the correct answer. All right, Red. Which number would you like? 2 as well. President Roosevelt, and that should be Franklin Delano Roosevelt, chief cabinet support for his proposal to enlarge the Supreme Court was driven by this U.S. Attorney General. Red. Henry L. Morgenthau. Red's going to agree because he has no idea who it is. It was Homer S. Cummings. Which means star number 2 is still there. All right, Vape. Where to now? Number 11. We are going to Bat Stash. Hello, Bat Stash. Hello, I'm Bat Stash. What was the name of the Red Chinese agent who appeared in many episodes of Hawaii Five-0? What was the name of the Red Chinese agent who appeared in many episodes of Hawaii Five-0? Bat Stash says, Hop Sing. Vape says, nope, not Hop Sing. It was Woe Fat. I wouldn't have known that one. I thought it was Charlie Chan. No. All right. All right, Vape. You are still in control. Which star would you like? Number 7. All right, here is number 7 for Bat Stash. Greta was Garbo's real first name, but her last name was actually what? Engstrom. So Greta Garbo was actually Greta Engstrom. Vape, is that true or false? Vape is going to agree with Engstrom. It was indeed Engstrom. All right, this is what I was hoping for. All right, Vape, you are still in control. And we are going to give you number 8. Completed in 1936, Hoover Dam was between these two states. Completed in 1936, Hoover Dam was stationed between these two states. Yeah, either one would have worked, Spot. No, it was not Nevada and California. It was Nevada and Arizona. All right, so we can't give you that one. All right, Red. Which star would you like? Number 6. And Freddie's question is, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre took place in this city. And Freddie says it took place in New York, New York. Red disagrees. It is Chicago. All right, so this is where my question was going to come up. All right, so basically, Red, you don't have to guess the phrase. You can take a star. This is what I was trying to see. So basically, if you pass on the phrase, you stay in control. And again, I don't even know what the phrase is, so. Whoa, get back here. That was the wrong button. All right, so Red says number 8. This Far Eastern nation state got its name from the Cantonese words for fragrant harbor. This Far Eastern nation state got its name from the Cantonese for fragrant harbor. And Kyle says Singapore. Red is going to agree. It is Hong Kong. I actually knew that one. That one I actually knew. All right, Vape. Which number would you like? Number 5. All right, so I think I'm going to change the rules. So it's basically any star, any number, as long as you don't guess the phrase and get it wrong, or you don't get a question wrong. Which book of the Old Testament claims that to question God is as futile as taming the beast Behemoth and Leviathan? And Nerdy says it's the book of Psalms. Vape says, nope. It is the Book of Job. And that means we reveal another square. All right, Vape. You can take a guess at the phrase, or you can take another star. All right, not guessing at the phrase. Vape says number 2. Which explorer was actually the first to reach Africa's Cape of Good Hope? Freddie says Bartholomew Diaz. Which explorer was actually the first to reach Africa's Cape of Good Hope? Vape is going to agree, and he would be 100% correct. And with that, we reveal 2 stars. All right, Vape, if you can guess the phrase, you'd win, or you can claim either star 4 or star 8. Okay. And we go with number 8. Flying Ace, Eddie Rickenbacker, helped found this airline. And Kyle says it was Eastern Airlines. Flying Ace Eddie Rickenbacker helped found this airline. He's going to agree, and he would be right. And with that, we would do star 8 and the reveal. All right, Vape. So at this point, do you know the phrase, or would you need the question? And it is... Oh, dang it. Come on, dummy. I gotta remember not to use spacebar there. It is. Add insult to injury. Alright, so next time I do this, no forcing the guess on the phrases. Control remains with the player in control until they lose control, which would be either an incorrect guess at the phrase or an incorrect trivia guess. Alright, so I got that figured out. I think it works a little smoother that way, but I'm not 100% sure. but I think it works better that way. Dun, 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 dun. So now I know what I have to do. All right, guys. So with that, let me get back over to my primary camera because and throws me. No easier questions. Because again, you don't even have to answer the question. You just decide whether or not you think the computer got the question right. Those type of games are not easy, are intentionally not easy questions, Red. You know that. You know that one. All right, guys. With that, it is 10:30. I have to go get food because wife brought home salad mixins, and I'm starving. So with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up early for a Saturday night. Um, I am going to probably. I may be streaming tomorrow, but it's going to be nothing more than me testing and retesting layouts and stuff to try to fix this stuff so that it looks better. What do you guys think about the layout on that one? I want to know. Oh yeah, Royal Rumble tomorrow too. That's true. So I may actually be trying to find somebody that's got it on and is streaming it. I know. It's like pay for the stream service. How did it look though? That's my concern. Whoa, what happened to my software? Alright, let's see. Let's do that. And don't save. I gotta save the vault though, because wow, why are all my screens going blank? My PowerPoint got hosed up. Star numbers could be a little bigger. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I think they needed to be a little bigger. And I got to change the colors on them so that they're more legible. That was definitely off, even on the big layout. Because like I said, eventually everything is going to be coming back to this layout, how I used to have it. Believe it or not, it used to look like this. And then I would do yeah, I actually closed it out. So I'm gonna do one layout with me over on this side. Then I have to rearrange a few things. Then one with me on this side. No, I messed up with the timer because it's actually hidden behind my it was hidden behind my window and I forgot to start the stopwatch. I always like doing the stopwatches on new setups. And I just totally forgot about it. The problem is, and again, this is my big problem, is if I fill the board up, I know, I said I needed to go, and I'm like, no, not yet. But, just to show you guys, and I'm going to use this screen right here. It doesn't leave me a lot of space to do anything else. Does it? It's literally, this is pretty much what we get. And if we go to the big board layout, and that one, bear with me. I'm trying to. I don't get a lot of space, do I? And that one won't work because either I got everything to the left or everything to the right. So this one, this one gets trashed. Damn it. All right. Well, it's not so bad on this one. At least I don't think it is. I don't mind. I don't mind that little bit of space for the chat. How big is the webcam set? Let me see. Because I got the restream stream in better. Well, like I said, this one, properties, refresh the cache, and done. Oh. I mean, this one I could get more into the side, but I'm cutting off part of the board, so that's not going to work. That I already know is not going to work. Alright, so basically everything gets pushed off to the right during the show. I'm going to throw that one away. Actually, no. No. I got a better idea. Yeah, but the chat is still annoying. Well, it's not much better, is it? Yeah, that one's not much better either. So it'll be this one for the primary and the large board. Main game. I want to see something. All right, I think that'll work for now. Mm, yeah, I'm just gonna have to make more scenes to do the extra stuff. Damn it! And I thought I was getting away from that a lot, but I guess not. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Like I said, we're just testing some stuff out from here. Like I said, I will probably be on basically doing nothing more than game work and stream work, because I'll give you an example of what I'm working on. Just so you guys can see an example of what the hell I've been doing lately. I spent most of the evening actually working on this one. This is the one I spent most of the afternoon working on. And then I screwed up the question file. That's why I was running late tonight. Because I was going to try this one tonight. And then we go to slide 2. And we loosen up the board. And don't pay any attention to the questions because I'm going to change some of these around. So there's the dartboard. There's the scoreboard. The categories. And then this is what the dart cabinet looks like. I like this one. This one is smooth so far. This one is run like smooth when I've tested it. But I still got like some little bit of tweaking to do here. So if you throw the dart, it's a sports champions question, and Spock's like, ah. Yep, it is. This is the British UK game. This is my take on it. I always have better luck, like, adapting the British ones than I do some of the American ones for some reason. But yeah, I got like a little bit I got left to do on this one because I don't think I've got the bullseyes set. That's the one I still got to work on. And hopefully, and like I said, the funny thing is everything fits on this one. I figured out how to make everything fit and make everything legible, I think. So just tell me. All right, since it did sports champions. Can you guys read all of that? Other than the scores at the bottom? All right, sweet. If you guys can read it, then well, the hundreds have to, because it's legitimately a dartboard spot. So I'm getting smaller as the sizes go in. Otherwise it looks like this. Hold on, I'll show you what it looked like. And I'm just gonna do the 1/100 here. Let me get in there and get it. Let me do, let's say ring 4. All right. And I'm just going to up it one size. And I don't think it upped to the size. Hold on. See what happens to the numbers at the ones at the top and the 2 at the bottom? They turn into 10-0. I wonder if 9 will work. Let's see what 9 looks like. Yeah, see, that's the largest I can leave them. Yeah, this was the one I was going to try tonight, and then I backed off, and I said I'd been working on the All Star one that I was more worried about in terms of gameplay, so I went with that one instead. So I worked on that one, and then I had worked on this one. This one I've got to tweak because somehow I screwed up the somehow I screwed up the category, the question file. So right now this one's not even loading. The cards are kind of small, but they will expand, so everybody will see what they're playing with. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Um, so that one's all right. I'm not too worried about this one yet. Like I said, until I get the question files fixed. Don't save. Then I actually finished. Then this one got changed up. So now this one will be like this. Let me make sure I don't have anything else open over here. This is the one that gives me a headache over on my. See, this is the one that works great in practice. But once I get to the real thing, it kind of acts up on me. I gotta figure out why this one's acting up on me again now. Like I said, I sat down here today and I actually made the whole thing work. Oh, probably because the file's not all there. That would explain that one. So I have to fix that one. And then the other one I've been working on. So let's see, we've shown off Jeopardy. Hollywood Squares, I don't get why it's being a pain in the butt. Celebrity Sweepstakes we did. So and Battle Stars is the other one I finished. I think I finished this one. Unless it does the same thing Hollywood Squares is doing. And then I'm going to really be confused. But this one was supposed to. See, my zoom function is not working on these for some reason. I got to figure that out. Like I said, it works in practice on my other computer that was working at the office. Yeah, like I said, because I had to save it to upload it. So I've got something set on my home computer that is not set the same on my work computer. Because it's supposed to work like the Jeopardy one works. And you know that one works, probably, because you've seen that one. But I got to figure that one out. And then this is the other one I'm working on. But this is going to be shit. I did not save it, did I? Damn it. Yeah, I did. Okay. So this is the other one I'm working on. Except that one's screwed up. That's not got my saves in it. Why does that not have my saves in it? Because that's why. I'm sitting here like working on this stuff now just to look at it on the stream instead of grabbing something to eat. I know, it's like shame on me. And then this is the new layout for Joker's Wild. I'm trying to watch this one while it's doing it. Oh, it's because the 4 letter is no longer valid. Oh, that's why. Ooh, okay. All right, I gotta fix that. Now I know why the Hollywood Squares one's screwed up. Because it's still pulling from the 4 letter word one. All right, guys. So with that, I am going to wrap things up tonight. And like I said, I'm probably going to be on tomorrow working on some of this. So with it, you guys have yourselves a very good night. Like I said, Spock, Alley, Trance, and Heavy, your packages are on the way. And I'm going to manage to get a few more boxed up tomorrow as well. With that, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some exercise. We'll see you guys probably tomorrow with me stream working and stuff.